it is time for some AoE Leagues here. We've got round 1 action between Geno Crossbow and Luldo. And we are on everyone's favourite map, Arabia. And Geno has picked and I am going to roll with Geno for, I know Genoese Crossbow is the full name there, but Crossbowman, sorry. But we're going with Geno just because it's easier. He's gone with the Maya, so no Genoese coming out here, but going with the Maya. And then on the other side, we've got Luldo, who will be playing with the Japanese, bringing a ball really early, which is not too bad. So that's the 6th villager there bringing in a ball. Or maybe it was the 5th villager, actually, based on how long's left with the sheep. So Japanese and Maya, that's what we've got ahead of us here. This is game number 1, and I'll just quickly check. This was the home map for Luldo. So Luldo wanted this one, and we can see there's chickens on the map here, or rabbits. There's 8 of them. I wonder if that will see a mill at some point. So AoE Leagues changed their rules for Season 15. They've allowed laming, which means taking that ball early is quite nice, and especially when you're up against an eagle as well. The eagles do like to go forward and perhaps get a lame in, given they can regenerate as well. They can hop in the TC for a little bit and get some of their HP back, if you so desire. Let's see the first ball coming in for Geno here. 3 on woods. And let the ball get taken out by the TC. No harm there. The chickens, the rabbits feel like they're pretty far away from the TC. I usually expect them to be a bit closer. I thought they spawned closer than this. But fair way out, it appears. One of them wanting to go on a bit of a journey there. See here, 3 on wood for both. I assume the Japanese will want to look towards their man-at-arms. So this is... Oh, sorry, there's a 4th on wood here. They're going heavy under the TC for the time being as well. And we can see what the 2 players are starting to look towards. There's no shift queuing. There's no shift queuing. We've got a bit of idle time, but we're all good. It's going to the 2 sheep now. Going to a mill. A mill on the berries as well. So it's not going to be a mill out on the rabbits. It's going to be a mill to the berries. And it looks like... We've got to watch the villager here, but Loom will already be in for the Maya. Little idle time for both. Both players pretty smooth. Just going to long distance by the looks of it here. The Maya do have longer lasting resources. And I wonder how that works with the drop-off of the 2 vills. I feel like you'd want to take 3 here, but let's find out. How short is it? No, it is absolutely perfect. Yeah, full drop-off. They took exactly 35 there. So maybe killing the other one was not as necessary because they already had their 35. It just seemed to line up pretty perfectly. We saw Loom coming in there for Luldo. He's going to drop a barracks forward. Let's have a look at the scouting. He's probably got an idea of where Geno sits now. Spotting the house. And on the other sides, you can see the rabbits and a gold and a little bit of stone as well. So those will give some help and some understanding as to where to go. The barracks is going to go in front of the gold, which I quite like. It's going to be 3 to gold. I think a mining camp is in store here. I assume that'll come when these gold miners come back. Plenty of wood on hand to make that work. Probably place it either there or just on the corner here, or even touching potentially. We'll see. We will see what the plan is. Still no mining camp yet, but the militia are being made, and they're ready to go forward. There's going to be a barracks on the other side as well. This timing is a little bit more just preparing archers. Still long distance on the gold. Needs to get that mining camp up. Or he's just going to long distance it anyway. Okay, so it was the deliberate long distance. Didn't want to drop a mining camp. So he can quickly switch into a range and skirms then. So it was the long distance was all part of the plan. Yeah. I would personally, with the Japanese, still drop a mining camp. It's only 50 wood. It allows you to go... It allows you to be on gold a little bit. You can leave one there, I reckon, and then that just helps you naturally with the timings towards Castle Age, even if you want to go skirms, which must be what the backup plan is here. Rabbit's still untouched as well. 6 out on the berries. Scout being a little bit of a nuisance, and in come the man-at-arms. Is there a quick wall on the villager? There is not currently housed though, but this villager is going to go down. The villager goes down. Japanese man-at-arms attack pretty quickly. Going to try and fight this off. Could be some more Vil kills here. Lots of idle time at the very least. Man-at-arms getting some good value. Lumber camp gets deleted. I don't know if that was part of the plan. But they surround. I think that value is now worth, given it costs an extra 100 wood. And there's not even 100 wood on ready for Geno to build another one. That's a bit of a disaster. Sure, the man-at-arms go down quickly, but suddenly it's long distancing a lot of wood there. That is perfect value. Man-at-arms really, really come through strong there for the Japanese. And now it's going to be archers for the Maya, but have a look, the skirm's already ready. Skirms and walls, looks like going to be planning towards Castle Age, and you can see already, there's the mining camp, all ready to go. In my eyes, just build the mining camp at the time. Very cheap for the Japanese, but this is still a very good position for Luldo, early doors. It's got the walls up around the sides as well, so that's completely sorted. So that means the army is going to try and enter this way and can easily pick them off. Definitely pick off the archers. You can see more eagles being added. Eagle train time is a little bit of a worry. So the scout would go down, so that's going to have to go and find another job. Or probably its main purpose of just scouting. You can see the archers there. We're seeing horse collar come in now. I guess the farms are only just being added, so that's okay. That's good timing there. And we're seeing an archer or two being mixed in as well. I take it that's to help out in case there's more eagles, which there sure is. There's a blacksmith. Probably want to see fletching come in as well. Skirms do 2 damage, I believe. Yes, they do 2 damage. These guys have got 2 pierce armor. So yeah, even fletching doesn't change the skirm's interaction with an eagle. It will change an archer's interaction. Make it +3 instead of 3 damage instead of 2 damage. You can see very nice. First the fletching as well. No fletching for the Maya yet. Maya do get cheaper archers, I believe. Yes, 10% cheaper foot archers. So they will be able to get the numbers out. However, they will... they'll struggle without fletching at the moment. This is the main battle. It's completely walled up on the left-hand side. And over here we're getting the walls up as well. Both bases are looking neat and tidy now. The only downside was there were 2 Vil kills and long distance on the lumber camp. You can see the difference in res collected there. Could have all probably because of said man-at-arms A couple more have been added. Now, they will also do damage against the Eagles. Maybe a bit of Town Watch. Is that because of House? No, just because wanting a bit of Town Watch. I always leave Town Watch personally until I'm housed. It's just such a nice thing to go, oh, I'm housed. Oh, but I can just get Town Watch. More skirms, more archers. And a very, very nice eco setup for Luldo here on Arabia. Still adding more man-at-arms. So it's an interesting dynamic at the moment. Having to fight against a lot of Eagles, but does have fletching, and fletching is going to help out. The Eagles are going to be forced to run away. Two of them went down. Lots of army here. See, there's a couple more, or there's one more archer there. Probably no need to add any more. 37 vils. And on the way up we go. And look at the timing advantage. Very, very nice indeed. Pushing back the mire here. This is smooth. Couple of trades. Archer's going to run around to try and get that skirm to go down. Gives time for the eagle to get the skirm down. And another deletion. As more archers come forward. Still no fletching. There's going to be a lot of army from Geno, but he's not clicked up. And we're seeing the Japanese here adding armor here for their infantry. So it makes me think there's going to be longswords being prepped now. You can see the man-at-arms are being added. Time for some armor. Time to think about longswords. See, archers coming in. This is a very, very strong performance from Luldo at the moment. Vil goes down, kind of gets some quick walls in, forces a tower, which is pretty necessary now, otherwise this is just going to keep coming. And there is Castle Age, and the Castle Age is met with a GG. Very, very nice position from Luldo. You can see Geno was still going to be another 3 to 4 minutes from hitting Castle Age. And there were going to be longswords in on the base soon. Maybe even crossbow to go with it. Tower wasn't up. Tower may not have even gone up. It was a big problem. And the Japanese gets the victory. All thanks and all started by that man-at-arms rush. Which got a lot of good value. Always like to see how quick the players play. It also tells me that there's no excuse for my own gameplay, number one, or anyone else that plays at these kinds of speeds. If you play at 50 APM and you're lower elo than this, well, it's not your speed that's holding you back. It's other things. So, very nicely done from Luldo, indeed. Killed 7 villagers there. Had a little bit more idle time. But did a very, very good job. Very clean. Clean on the way up. And got the job done. Now we look towards game number 2. Time for game number 2 in this play or 2 now. We have got Geno against Luldo. Geno's playing as the Georgians here. And Luldo's got the Ethiopians. And the map that we're on is Vulpine, which is part of Red Bull Wololo. And we usually have been seeing this map with an Empire Wars start. Today, we get to see it as a random map start. So there'll be a few different things coming up, but there'll be a few things that we can also see that are constant about the map regardless. One, absolute pain to play. I hate this map so bad. I played like a couple of games on it and I've just gone, never again. Awful. Reason for that, you can't spam farms really easily. It's really, really annoying. I think the Georgians are a great civ as a result of that. All this rocky terrain just makes your expansion really, really frustrating. So, Georgians, awesome. They get some churches, they add some security as a result of that. You can barely get one layer of farms around your TC. That's why the fact that there's a house there means nothing. So, anyway, you can't really fully wall as a result. You can go take chickens, you got plenty of berries around, you got 2 boars, you've got sheep. It's going to be a... Ooh. Okay, the other reason to take the Georgians, and Robotic Pros are asking the question at the moment, brilliant idea with that, is, as we see a little bit of a lane, the trade workshop in the middle provides a trickle of resources. It provides a trickle of wood, food, and gold. And when you're the Georgians and you've got a mule cart, you can just walk right up to it and just start chopping straight through. Amazing. It's amazing thinking there. I really like it. So, if you're Geno here, you cut straight through. You drop a couple of, like... You leave one unit in there or something, or you can even just drop a farm. I don't know what you do exactly. You either just keep... You just got to make sure you wall it, number one. Make sure you wall it behind. Maybe even stone wall it behind. But then that's it. You've just got to trickle a res. Don't let them in. Maybe you drop a town centre here in Castle Age or a church here. On a random map start, these civs become so important. Empire Wars, not so much. Because there's so much army out at the start of a game that throwing a mule cart out here is just a target. But right now, by the time this becomes a target, maybe there could be walls up behind it. I love it. I love it. Spare hands, yeah. Good night, mate. I know it's 9:30 over there where you are, so enjoy your nights. Oh, yes, sorry, about outposting the middle. You don't need to, because it's always visible as well. So you can always see in the middle. I guess you could outpost forward, and you could use your outpost here. That'll be a little bit harder to take down, but the middle itself is on always visible. So if we have a look at Luldo's point of view, he can see that there is a little bit of a chop happening. So we'll have some clue and may need to attack this quickly. 4 on wood here, taking chickens, long distancing chickens at the moment on berries. I say walling is a pain. I think a scout opening here is really strong. You just keep throwing scouts. Just keep sending scouts. Like if you've got Catans, if you've got Khmer, you've got Georgians, you got any of those Magyars. Magyars was what destroyed me when I played on this map. We're hiding in the town center. Just send it. Scouts for me. Ethiopians are going to go for archers, which I don't blame them. But I'd consider the archers maybe as a crossbow switch. I still think scouts just feel so important here, especially to try and clean this up. Just the speed, the hitting the speed quickly, right? We're going to see man-at-arms again, though, actually. We're going to start with man-at-arms. A little bit of idle time, though, from Geno as he tries to click up, and we can see again the chicken situation. Barracks, he's going to go up after the red fox is eaten. So the fox, you don't have to drop off. It's got 35 gold on it. It does decay, which means you're really only getting 30 to 31 of that gold. You can see they're actually 33 when there were 2 villagers on it. which is quite nice. But I'm surprised here that this is not a more... Well, actually, let's just go back. No, they wouldn't have. That would not have been spotted. I was going to say, I'm surprised this is not a more concentrated cut to the middle. Fighting before man-at-arms is important here. I think you absolutely try and send this. Is there loom? There is loom, which is important. Scouts coming in as well. This villager's got to try and run home. Maybe going to go down anyway. I think you just fully take this fight, knowing that man-at-arms is a disaster. You just got to fight with what you can, knowing that it just gets really bad once the man-at-arms kicks in. And man-at-arms got cancelled in the end, which is important. I think that's a good decision to cancel that. You can see now, it should be a stable coming up somewhere here for the Georgians, and there is. And on the other side, it's going to be a range, and we're going to have quick fletching as well. The blacksmith coming down. For now, little bit of a quiet lull now after those militia went down. Again, I think if we're going to do this, let's just get 2 vills on these, 2 vills, and like force our way through. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Certainly did well to get Georgians in the Civ draft. I didn't go through the drafts here, but yeah, Georgian slipping is now interesting, right? I think, as I said before, I think the how difficult it is to wall and how strong the middle will be. We'll see how quickly the res flies. Res will fly once Geno cuts to the middle here. He's just got to make it work. And you're going to be open anyway. Like, you just have to accept you're going to be open. Oh, scout gets in, but the second one doesn't. Quick wall gets in behind. This scout will lose to the Vil. And now the other one will come in. This one now needs to hide because he will regenerate. And the spearman comes in. The Vil will... Villager, pay attention. You can take it now. And the scout can now run. Nice. Vil snipe there. Gets a Vil kill back. Now both these scouts are on 2 HP. Time for them both just to run. There we go. That one goes down. And now this one is going to get away. You got to keep the scouts alive. Try to keep the scouts alive here. And here are the archers. And the next one goes down. A little bit lazy, not on patrol. The scout, the spears, they're not friends. And they're just walking together at the moment. And there's going to be a defensive tower. I think that's a good move. Partially protects this gold as well. Although I imagine there is another bigger one. But I think this will be the tile that gets taken now. Tower will go up. Good decision there. Got that in the nick of time. Didn't want to be too much later there. There is fletching on the other side here. Archers can deny this, it looks like. For a little bit. But they can still take... They can take, like, sort of. Maybe one villager gets away with it here. The key spike will be once the cut to the middle happens. It just needs to happen. That is the key here. I think even a Celts or something where you get the faster wood cutting to get through quicker might not be bad, but this is very low army at the moment, and the Ethiopians are spamming archers. There's going to be serious res issues here for Geno in this early feudal unless he gets through. It does feel like that without that, the game situation is a problem because the scouts were never... Scouts didn't get the value that he wanted. He's had to now switch to skirms. Let's see how this one goes. A little bit of a lull. We see Luldo get some walls in again. Gonna try his best to do that. The archers are diving. There's a lot of wood. Lot on wood. Trying to snipe a Vil. Can't do it. Probably needs armor on the scouts if he's going to add more, but it's just going to be skirms. So armor on the skirms would also be good. But engaging against Ethiopian archers can be a real pain. Yeah. Get armor. Yeah, a little bit, but he knows it's not... By the time the tower gets garrisoned, he was able to get out. Just wanted to try and snipe a Vil. Did get one extra out here, and he's going to go searching for more. Didn't take a... Sorry, there's a boar here? Oh, it just doesn't see it. Just never took the boar. No. It's your home map. Got to realize there's a second boar to take. I mean, if you're Luldo here who sees the boar... Oh, that's a dead Vil. That's a dead Vil. Hello. Wake up. Vil. That is not a dead Vil. Oh, he sees the boar now. Is he going to go get that? No. Are we through yet? Oh, we're so close to being through. Oh, we're so close. We get to see how quickly the resource trickle is as well, which is important. A couple of walls here. Now there's skirms, no armor on them. Is there even a black? There is a blacksmith. There's no armor on them. Crossbow's going to be devastating. You can see the time. Castle Age timing is going to be huge here. Luldo's going to have a massive Castle Age advantage. Oh, diving. Diving. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so here comes a resource trickle. Resource trickle's coming in. Whoa, quick walled out. Is this army just going to get thrown away here? Oh, it all goes down. It's all going down the towers. Oh, what a throw. All that army just disappears. And now Geno has cleaned it up. Has got the trade workshop in the middle. The mule cart helping out with the blocking. And now, despite Castle Age being on the way, and maybe a switch into some tankier skirms, tankier spears by the looks of it, they will automatically become pikes. But, wow. That is a quick way to lose an army there. And we can see res is going to fly on this side. So, you can see the trickle comes in. It's going to be wood, food, and gold. So, you can start buying from the market here. I definitely buy 100 food here. Holy, we're going for a castle drop. We're going for a castle. Full-on castle drop here from the Ethiopians. Okay, where do we reckon it's going to be? He's got no army now. He's got no army. Where are we going to drop a castle? Is it going to be like here? If you're the Georgians... Ooh, let's have a look. Let's have a think. Okay, just going to farm in here. Yeah, I was thinking like whether you go like church defense in here or something. It doesn't need to be that... you just leave the 4 Vils, to be honest. That'll do. 4 Vils, probably even Stonegate, to be honest. Whatever Vils are in there. Have a couple... This is arguably like a pretty safe position. Now, it's where's the castle? Castle's going to be at home. That's very interesting. I guess it's safe, right? It's safe. It protects against the raids. Probably drop a town centre here or here. But it does keep that safe. And now you get Shotel, so that's the purpose behind the armour. It wasn't for the pikemen. He was prepping the Shotels. And yeah, now I think maybe some forward churches or... I mean, you're going to have to drop a church in here anyway for your worker efficiency. So you may as well. You may as well do that. And... let's have a look. The Skirps kind of just... waiting around. They don't have fledging. They're going to get completely overrun by the Shotels when they turn up. There is... Town Centre number 2, as I thought it'd be out on that gold. And then you probably take the 3rd position either on this stone if you can, or just again on this gold, maybe protecting some more golds. Have a look, but now we're going to wait. There are the Shotels. They're hanging out by the TC. The res collected should go up with the workshop as well, so see how that goes. Alright, time for the Shotels to come forward. Let's see how they go. It'll be about a minute before they hit. And Arson is coming in as well. Alright, this is going to be a very, very big surprise. This is going to be a big, big surprise. Shotels are coming in. They're double armored. So They have 2 pierce armor, and they're going to try and cause some serious damage before we see Castle Age for the Georgians. Is the... Yes! The Stone Gate is in. No, it doesn't do enough. There's still a hole. There's still a gap. Oh no, it's a disaster. There's still a gap behind, and the GG gets called, and Luldo gets the victory. That just crept up on us so quickly. I did not think that was going to be where the game got called, but it was. It was in the end. It was a break into the trade workshop. All these vills were going to go down. And if we just go back half a second there, we see 14 seconds from Castle Age. So close to Castle Age, at which point a fortified church could have been dropped. And Geno would have been in a much more secure position. But again, the idea of the militia, they kind of got some value. And then the archers did do pretty well. And Geno was not able to do enough to stop it. Not enough to hold out until there was a trade workshop fully working. But that is that set done. 2-0 to Luldo gets on the board. Quick game, that one. 27 minutes. First one was the same in terms of hitting Castle Age, and then a GG being called. Just had a really nice spike for the Ethiopians there, and the Shotels. Shotels were going to get a lot of damage in. Lessons to be learned. It's only set number 1 of their tournaments. Getting into... there's 5... Let me think. There's 5 sets. So if you do go 4-1... or you do start taking other games, you should still make your top 2 in your group if you were to win out after that. So it is important though. A 2-0 is big because you do get that bonus point for getting the 2-0. So essentially turns into a 3-0, 3 points for Luldo. Whereas if they split it 1-1, then they'd each get 1 point. So very important to get that away victory on this map. He's done very well. And yeah, takes 2-0.